Hey fellas, if you want erection gains, then you have to lose the fat. Back in February of 2001, I was locked in. I'm talking about I had dropped the weight to the lowest it had been in a good 20 years. And I just finished doing an 8 times a week workout session. I was just going for 8 times a week. And guess what? I gained 2 pounds. I'm talking about what just happened? Losing weight is not a straight line, which I learned after cussing out that scale. Today I'm going to share with you what I learned so you can go ahead and drop the weight, drop the fat, so you can have the better erections. And hey, this is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 23 years I've been a men's performance coach with GoodWood, formerly known as African Fly. And as a sexual performance coach, of course, we got to talk about everything that's involved with your body and erections, and that means the fat. So today we're going to talk about how your body fat can mess with your erections. I'm talking about even those guys who have the skinny fat. How weight loss changes with age and why. And what you can do to keep the weight off, keep it off so you can get to a 10 on the sexual performance scale. And of course, if you like what you hear, go ahead, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell so you can get some more of this information. And what I'm going to do right about now, I'm talking about what you do to that fat. Break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. So let's talk about when fat erections aren't a good thing. So I've challenged myself to lose 25 pounds in 30 days using the ESEIS 25 method that I developed. The whole idea is to have a holistic approach and strategy to being able to get better erections naturally. I use this strategy to go up on the men's performance scale, that scale of 1 to 10, where 10 means everything works. Well, I've gone up from a 5 all the way up to an 8 or 9, but there's still a problem: body fat. I literally dropped from 285 pounds, but I still have a good 40 pounds to go. Now, obviously there are negative health effects to obesity, and we're talking about that high blood pressure, hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes. But for this conversation, we're talking about weak erections and erectile dysfunction. Even belly fat causes a higher risk because when you have higher belly fat, you actually are turning your testosterone into estrogen during a process called aromatase. One study showed that more than 30% of men who dropped weight actually got their erection strength back. So let's jump into how weight loss changes with age and why. And the main thing is that a host of things are working against you. Used to work for you, now it's working against you. And we mean a lot of things. You get less sleep when you age. And of course, with sleep, that's when your muscles get repaired. That's when your testosterone levels go up. That's when your HGH goes up. It's a great thing, but you're getting less of it. It is easy to get dehydrated the older you get. And of course, what comes with that? Well, your cortisol levels are going up, your testosterone levels are going down. And of course, with being dehydrated, that means that it's harder to lose that fat. In fact, I want you to get some water right now. Go ahead, get some, well, hold up, let's finish this video. Then get some water. And as you age, your muscles are harder to get and maintain. Basically, we're talking about the combination of things that are happening. We're talking about that sleep, that dehydration, your lower testosterone. All of that leads to slower and harder to build muscles. And of course, muscle burns fat. So that decrease in muscle mass is leading to a slower metabolism. And another thing, as you get older, it is harder to hold on to those nutrients. The nutrient you're eating, you're getting the supplements, the good food, but your body isn't absorbing them the way it should. And of course, the number one thing, easy to see, it is harder to come back off of injuries. I popped my shoulder while doing some pull-ups early in the summer, and it took a long time for that to get back. I even got problems now. Damn. And of course, as we age, we naturally tend to just put on more weight. We're talking about 1 to 2 pounds a year. Now think about it. Whatever weight you are right now, in 10 years, add 20 pounds. And that is according to the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality. Now there's a saying that goes, genetics loads the gun, lifestyle pulls the trigger. That's basically saying that your body weight is highly influenced by your genetics, but when it comes to your lifestyle and what you're actually doing, what your patterns are, that has a huge influence. Just remember, 25% of you is your genetics. The other 75% pure patterns. And of course, as you get older, well, your life sort of changes, doesn't it? You work more, you play less. You're actually moving a lot less. That couch feels really comfortable, doesn't it? The number of football parties, happy hours, endless buffets, yes, they've all been adding up. And then you have that vending machine and that fast food lifestyle that you shouldn't have. I'm looking at you, Russell. Yeah, you, Russell. And then, oh, you got the kiddies, you got the wife, you got the family life, and no gym life. So let's talk about what you can do to get and keep that weight off. And obviously you have to focus on the healthy foods. We're talking about the fruits, the vegetables, the beans, the legumes, all of that. Now for my guys who find this a little bit difficult, you're just used to the fast food and all this other kind of stuff, get the good food first and eat a lot of it. Just eat a lot of it and then go to, what you normally would eat. But hopefully that process helps you change so it becomes easier not to eat the junk. And let's talk about that portion control, because you are not a growing boy anymore. But there's a problem. People just get used to that pattern of like, oh, when I go eat, I'm going to put a whole bunch of food on your plate because you're just used to it. Think of it like this. My mother, she was used to cooking for 5 people in a household. And then, the kids, we moved out and now she's cooking for 2 people in the household like there's 5 people in the household. It's a lot of leftovers. And of course, you have to stay unthirsty, my friends. It's easy to confuse hunger with thirst. When you drink more water, you can actually ramp up your metabolism so you can stamp down that body fat. And we have to talk about your stress-busting life. Yes, you need to bust up that stress. That's because for many people, me included, stress leads to overeating. So you have to look for ways to avoid that stress. So, you have to turn off the TV, avoid that bad news. You have to avoid bad people that are just not good for you. You have to avoid that bad football team. I'm looking at you, Commanders. Commanders. And of course, you have to work out your major muscle groups. Since you're getting older, you have to add in more strength training so you can keep that muscle going. More muscle means more fat burning, more stamina, and something really good for you, more balance. One way you can do this is by doing micro workouts. You're sitting there at your desk all day and then just stand up and do 50 air squats. Just do it. Of course, you can do some other things, push-ups, jumping jacks, whatever works, but just pick times throughout the day so you're not just sitting still all the time. Getting that blood flow pumping does add up. And a good night's sleep, woo, you really have to focus in on that. Actually, I could have started with this. Doing all the other things I talked about and not getting a good night's sleep you just cut down the benefits drastically. And getting a good night's sleep will give you the energy for the workout, and it gives you a level of control over ghrelin, that hunger hormone, during the day so you won't overeat. So just a quick update for my challenge to myself to drop that 25 pounds in 30 days. I'm on schedule. Whew. Now the early part is sort of easy because you're dropping the water weight, but as you go on, you have to use some techniques that I keep talking about in the different videos. Have you subscribed to get the shorts so you can see what I'm doing? Do that. And of course, I'm using the ESEIS 25 system. I'll talk about that again in a second. That way I can set up my goals, I can track them daily, and that way I know exactly what's going on so I can get better every day. Luckily for me, my sleep is improving, so yeah, gotta keep that up. And I'm preparing to start my fast. Now, I've actually really did prepare for this. And what I'm actually doing is adding way more water, so to compensate for the food that I'm not eating. And of course, we're doing something special for the guys who are looking to get the cheat code to better health and better erections. It's called ESEIS 25. And for a limited time, this online video course is available if you just get a subscription to GoodWood. And of course, GoodWood is an all-natural liquid men's performance fuel. It'll help you get to your goals faster, especially if you're doing everything else we talk about. This process will work if you're trying to get better erections, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to do other things with your health. So you need to check it out. Go to GoodWood.com and check out the subscription and check out the course. So really, all you have to do is stop guessing what you need to do and actually get to it with ESEIS 25, so that way you can get your game up and go hard. Peace out.